Advik, and today I'm going to tell about giant sea scorpions. Now, many of you may be scared of spiders, earthworms, scorpions. They all come into a class known as arachnids. Now, the fear of these creatures are called arachnophobia. Well, you think your average scorpion is scary? Well, today I'm going to introduce you some that are terrifying. So now, an average scorpion is this length. A big one can go around this big. But to see a real giant, we have to go back, let's say, a couple of billion years to the time of Mesothele. So first, let's start from this. It's not over yet. Enormous, isn't it? This is the size of Mesothele, one of the giant scorpions. Pretty cool, huh? But don't be scared of this critter. Even though it's this big, it didn't have a sting or any pincers. There's a funny story to this creature. People first thought it was a spider, but then they realized it was just a land-living scorpion. Just a minute. So now this is how the real thing looked like. But you can see the spider-like resemblance if you scratch it up. Scratch off this part and maybe draw some more fangs and add a couple more eyes. And voila! Doesn't it look like a spider? You can see why they mistook it. So now, Mesothele, incredibly cool. But there's one thing. You thought Mesothele was big. The Brontoscorpio. Brontoscorpio looked like an average scorpion. But just there were a couple of things different. Okay? So Brontoscorpio looked like this. But what set it apart? It lived in water and land. It was one of the first creatures to trot on land. How did it do it? It had some very special gill-like structures that helped it breathe. So it was a multi-terrain assassin. Well, it needed that to catch its prey, some fish that could move on land, but only for a little time. So, as much as we've met the cool-looking Mesothele and the amazing Brontoscorpion, there's still one more that tops the list. You see, one thing they share common they're big, are in the arthropod family, but they weren't the biggest. The biggest and baddest was as big as a bed, bigger than a human. Meet Jailcopterus. See, look at it, ginormous. And there's new evidence showing that there's a bigger chance. You see, there are dark tips on the Jailcopterus fossil showing that it may actually have had this medal. So Jailcopterus, biggest of all the sea scorpions, with metal reinforced claws, also one of the coolest. And there's another weird thing, if you must know. These creatures are related to scorpions. See, these creatures are more closely related to this weird looking guy, the horseshoe crab. So, giant sea scorpions, the Earth's first largest predator, one of the biggest and coolest creatures ever. Bye guys, it's Advik signing out.